Hey, gang, it's Chris and Russ coming to you live from Miami, eXpcon.
This is Miami enough for you?
This is so Miami. Dude,
Hold on, check it out.
So Russ is the man when it comes to helping teams grow. And he's also helped a bunch of brokerages come over to be powered by EXP. So this is my go-to guy when I'm talking about that. So Russ, talk to any agent out there right now. What's one or two things that agents should be doing in the market?
Right. I think the thing that we always should have been doing, but now it's imperative to do, is you have to be building relationships. You've got to do all the things that deepen relationships. We're at eXpcon right now, and the first speaker comes up and he's talking about doing things that other people don't do and doing those little things that make you stand out. What's crazy, because the number one takeaway that he got there that everybody can be doing and they should be doing is handwritten notes.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, come on, man. They've been talking about that for... Yeah. We drop doing the small things that make us stand out. You go into social media and it's like social media stew. Everybody looks the same. So like for me, I mean, how do you stand out? No, listen, don't do this. Okay.
Oh, we're doing that.
Because if we do this, it'll look like a boy band gone bad, like boy band gone rancid if you dress
It's
like
okay.
this.
We'll be there with you.
It's that you got to have a flavor. You got to have a style. You got to have a thing that makes you stand out. And you have to be the person building the relationship. And think about it like your relationship with your wife. You're the only one that can be that person. And if you're not the person being that person, guess what's going to happen? Right? This is how you end up on that path to divorce.
Totally.
So people look at business and they look at real estate and they go, well, but Russ, it's real estate, it's business. I'm like, no, it's not business. This is human.
Exactly.
It's relationships. Yeah. And that's just a transaction part of it. So the relationship part of it has to be deepened. And think about the things that you do to connect. Start connecting with your clients like you connect with the people you love.
Totally.
And now you truly stand out. It's not just a transaction, it's a relationship.
It's almost like things are going back to humans.
Yes.
The more tech, the more AI, it's going back to human.
We are more connected than we've ever been in human history. More connected. And people are feeling more lonely and more isolated than ever. People are yearning for this contact. Now, you've got to be really simple with the contact. You got to keep it short, because our attention span went from like 2 minutes and 24 seconds 10 years ago to 23 seconds currently. So keep it short, keep it sweet, but make it really personal. Get personal with people and you'll have a relationship.
Amen to that. So another pressing topic, I'm talking to a bunch of team leaders in real estate or small brokerage owners that are looking for solutions. The industry is changing fast and they're like, where do I go from here? Or top agents thinking about starting their own brokerage.
Yes.
You work with these people all the time, and then they end up happier with a platform like EXP than the independent. What have you been seeing?
There's kind of like a 3-phase of life of real estate agents. It's like, I'm a successful real estate agent, Chris. So what do I need to do? I need to build a team. And then they build a team and then they become a successful team. Great. Congratulations. And then they go next level and next iteration is I need to open my own brokerage. And the problem is when I'm pulling them back apart, I'm getting them when they're like, this is no longer working for me. This does not serve me. The reasons I did this are not the things I'm getting to do. So they go from doing the things that they love to having the things that they love go down in importance. And the things that they have to do are the things that they don't love to do. So team leaders are spending more time talking to agents about stuff that's not money making. They've got people coming in, they got people going out the door. And when you sit down with them and say, listen, if you could go back to the days when you're just selling houses and 1 or 2 people, would you love that? And they're like, oh my God,
every
Russ,
one of them.
It would be so, if I could slam this car into a brick wall, light it on fire, walk away, that would be the best day of my life.
Right.
Because what happens is they build a team and the team doesn't serve their purpose.
Yep.
Your business is to serve you to get you the life that you want. And they find they're doing way more of the things that they don't love. And then they get into doing a brokerage and they forget that all of that back end part of the business is what ends up taking over. So the bigger they get and the more agents they get, the less time they get to do the things they love and the more time they're doing the things they have to do. Bookkeeping, accounting, compliance, dealing with paperwork, dealing with ethics, dealing with legal, dealing with dealing with toilet paper. Nobody's ever like, I can't wait to have a toilet paper problem. So what happens is we start looking at them and talking to them and saying, if we could get you back to doing what you love, EXP is going to be that platform for you to have 90% that's going to handle the EXP.
Yeah.
And then you get to stand on that platform. You can be your own brand, be your own style, have your own vibe, build your own tribe. You can do all that people stuff that you love and not work 1 million hours a week on all that back end stuff that doesn't make you $1. So let's get you back to doing what you love.
Yes.
And they look at me and they're like, that's what I want, Russ.
Yes.
That's what I want. I want to get back to doing what I love.
Yes.
Because we get them when they're beat down. Their businesses don't serve them anymore.
They're burned out. And we've seen so many awesome leaders retreat back to, I'm just going to be a solo agent.
Yes.
It's so hard.
Well, the problem is they get to the point where they're like, I don't want to be that. And I don't want to keep doing more of this because the more I do of this, the worse it gets. Every it gets, right? So when we're looking at these brokerages with 10, 11, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30, even up into the 40s, if they're not super conscientious of keeping things lean, If there's sub 40 agents right now, it's almost impossible to make dollars. And that leader now isn't just a leader. That leader's actually being bled to death by the brokerage. And then they have to take their own personal sales and kick them into the deals. And they're like, well, I want to be a broker because it's amazing. And they're all doing great and they're wealthy and they got all this stuff. And when we look at their P&Ls and we look at their income statements and we're like, you're losing your ass. And they're like, yeah. I'm like, so how many more months do you want to do that? And they're like, none. Okay, so let's build a plan that you don't have to do that anymore. Would that be cool? Let's get you back to being you. Yes. Get you back to being financially solvent. Get you back to not working 70 to 80 hours a week and still having to kick your commissions in. When I say, does that make sense? Does that sound like what you want? They say yes every time. Okay, and then it's just a matter of figuring out how do we make that happen for you.
So if you're a team leader, top producer, or broker owner, and this is resonating, you've hit the brick wall, you're burning out, let's talk. Appreciate you, Russ.
Got it.
Thanks, man.